Hello everyone and welcome back to the Equestrian Field Trip Program and Competition Team Guide. Over the past few videos we've talked about the different types of equestrian events you'll experience and the differences between schooling shows and recognized competitions. Today we're going to answer one of the questions I received most often from most new students and parents joining the competition team. What should I wear? The good news is that you don't need to own an expensive show wardrobe to begin riding. At Equestrian, we believe in investing in safety, comfort, and good horsemanship before investing in expensive clothing. Let's start with our everyday lesson attire. For regular lessons, every rider is required to wear an ASTM or SEI-certified riding helmet. Your helmet is the single most important piece of safety equipment you'll own, so it should fit properly and always be fastened before getting on a horse. It should also never be purchased secondhand or used, because you never know what this helmet has experienced before you purchased it. Next are your riding pants. Breeches or riding tights are ideal because they're designed to be comfortable in the saddle and reduce rubbing while riding. Jeans are generally not recommended because their seams can become uncomfortable during longer rides. Footwear is another important safety consideration. Riders should wear boots with a defined heel to prevent the foot from sliding through the stirrup. Paddock boots are an excellent choice for beginners, and as the rider progresses, many choose to invest in tall boots or half chaps. If you're wearing paddock boots, half chaps are encouraged. They protect your legs, improve comfort, and give additional grip in the saddle. We also recommend riding gloves. This isn't always necessary, especially when you're trying to save money or have a true feel of the horse. Gloves help improve your grip on the reins, protect your hands from blisters, and provide a polished appearance. Long hair should always be secured away from your face, and jewelry should be kept to a minimum for safety purposes. Now let's talk about clinics. Clinics are educational experiences, so the attire is very similar to regular lessons. We still want riders to look neat, clean, and professional because they're representing both themselves and Equestrian. You'll typically wear your lesson attire, shirts tucked or form-fitting, gloves are optional, hair tied secured neatly away, paddock boots with half chaps or tall boots, riding breeches, and a belt. Spurs and crop are sometimes required depending on the horse you're riding, along with an Equestrian shirt whenever possible if you decide to purchase one. Next are trail rides. Trail rides are a little different because comfort and safety become even more important. Dress for the weather. Wear layers if it's cold, breathable fabrics if it's hot, and don't forget sunscreen, water, and insect protection when appropriate. You'll still wear your helmet and riding boots, but you may also choose to wear lightweight gloves and weather. Now let's move on to schooling shows. This is where riders begin looking a little bit more polished, putting their best foot forward. Depending on the discipline and the show's rules, riders may wear breeches that are tan, white, or black. A tucked-in polo shirt or schooling shirt, the Equestrian competition shirt, is acceptable. Gloves are optional but ideal. Clean boots. This is typically tall boots only, but in some instances at more local schooling shows, half chaps and paddock boots are acceptable as long as they are clean, and a properly fitted helmet. The goal isn't to spend a fortune on clothing. The goal is to present yourself as respectful and a prepared rider. Clean tack, a clean horse, polished boots, and neat grooming often make a stronger impression than expensive equipment. As riders progress to recognized competitions, turnout becomes imperative and much more formal. Dressage riders typically wear a show coat, white shirt, dressage stock tie or choker, white breeches, tall boots, gloves, and a helmet approved under current safety standards. Hunter and equitation riders will often wear tan breeches, a hunt coat, which is oftentimes black or navy, show shirt, tall boots, gloves, a stock tie for hunters, and neatly secured hair in a hairnet. Jumpers generally have slightly more flexibility and style, but professionalism is still expected. Typically, they wear a show coat, white breeches. Occasionally, they will wear a stock tie, tall boots, gloves, and a helmet, and sometimes even a safety vest. No matter the discipline, your horse's turnout matters just as much as your own. Before every competition, horses should be clean and well groomed. Hooves should be picked and, when appropriate, polished. Tack should be cleaned and inspected for safety. Your saddle pad should be freshly washed and your bridle should be adjusted correctly. Braiding may be required or traditional in some disciplines, while others do not require it. One thing I'd like every student to remember is this: expensive equipment does not make someone a better rider. Some of the most successful equestrians in the world started with borrowed tack, secondhand show clothes, and one supportive instructor who believed in them. What judges notice most is a rider who is safe, prepared, courteous, and rides with kindness towards their horse. As you continue your journey at Air Equestrian, we'll help you understand that equipment you'll need and when it's worth investing in additional attire. There's no need to buy everything all at once. We'll build your show wardrobe one step at a time as your experience grows. Before we finish, here are a few quick reminders before every event. Check that your helmet fits properly. Make sure your boots are clean and safe. Wear clothing that's appropriate for the event. Keep your hair neat and secure. Arrive with a very positive attitude and a smile. And remember that you're representing not only yourself, but your horse, your teammates, and your team at Air Equestrian. Looking polished is important, but treating your horse, fellow competitors, and officials with respect is what truly defines a great equestrian. Thank you for watching. In our next episode, we'll walk through exactly what a typical horse show day looks like, from arriving at the venue and unloading your horse to warming up, competing, and heading home with confidence. We'll see you next time at Air Equestrian Field Trip Program and Competition Team Guide.